Tick, 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 tick.
Hi, welcome to 60 Minutes with Dan Rather. That's me. Today, I have a conversation lined up with J.A. Strubb, who's going to talk to us about his experiences in Linda Klitsch's Arts in New York City class. All right, John, why don't you give us a quick rundown of what you experienced this semester?
Well, I made it through an opera. I survived an off-Broadway play, and I just completed my third tour of a museum. And throughout the course of the year, we were also required to do a photojournal.
All right, tell me a little bit about this photojournal.
Well, it pretty much involved us having to take 3 shots a week of various things, and they always had to follow a cohesive theme. And it was very interesting. It made me view things around the city in a totally different light. It was a lot of work, but it was also really very rewarding.
How did the photojournal help you grow as an artist?
Well, the photojournal, for one, it really helped me develop a camera eye. It helped me, look around and say, oh, that would definitely make an interesting picture. That object over there has an interesting form, or this scene could have meaning besides just what I'm looking at in the moment. And also, it just also gave me a lot of experience in terms of photo editing and realizing that, the center of a photo could really alter the meaning or the mood of it.
So you had a chance to go around the Brooklyn Museum after hours without any supervision and even with the ability to talk about the art that you were seeing. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, it was really very interesting. Everyone from Macaulay was there, and everyone from our class was there. And we worked with small groups. We had little recording devices, and we went around and just discussed the different pieces of art that we saw. And some of my favorite things, the things that stood out to me the most, were these modernistic sculptures made of grass and twigs. And there was also a lot of really interesting portraiture there. And I just thought that it was a very cool experience to be able to walk around, just appreciating everything, no pressure, and just talk about it with other people who we knew were going to be in our class and who we knew that we were going to work on this stuff with throughout the remainder of the semester.
And how did that experience compare with the art that you saw in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Everyday Epiphanies exhibit?
Well, I thought that the art at the Brooklyn Museum was a lot more oriented around our traditional view of art as something that is made from an original medium and is crafted in an abstract way from the point of view of the artist. And the Everyday Epiphanies was almost the opposite. It was completely photographical, and it was more oriented around artists taking photos of things that we might think of as everyday or banal and trying to give them a degree of significance, whether it be through the placement or through the form, through the photo effects.
One of the more interesting items in the Everyday Epiphanies exhibit was an image of a toilet taken by Gabriel Orozco. Now, to me, that just doesn't seem like a work of art. I mean, it's a toilet, right? Like, a work of art is the Mona Lisa, or it's the paintings on the Sistine Chapel. So, in your opinion, is an image of a toilet a work of art? And if so, why do you feel that it is a work of art?
Yeah, Chris, well, you're certainly right. When you first think of a toilet, it seems like something that's almost anti-artistic. It's something that you see every day. It's something that's vulgar and something that we just don't like to think about. But I feel like placing it in a museum forces us to view it as something that may be art. It really makes us reconsider what we're looking at. And especially seeing something that is such an everyday object in a museum, it does force us to think. And I think that something that makes us think is by definition art.
So J.A., overall you'd say you had a successful year?
Well, I thought that the semester was great. I learned so many things in this class. It was incredible. I really never actually thought about photography this way as something so really intricate and complex and expressive until I really got to dig into it with this class. And I mean, just seeing all these incredible things, seeing that Broadway play, going to the jazz club, and doing it with all of these incredible people in Macaulay. It was just such a great experience. I mean, I definitely am super glad that I did it.
Well, that's really awesome. It was great talking to you today, sir.
Thank you, Dan Rather.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Call me Dan.